Soften up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find her image with the rest. She'll be learning how to breathe, spinning through identity.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Destiny and today I'm going to be making some delicious lasagna. So if you want to know how I make my lasagna, just stay tuned. So first off, I'm going to be cutting up my onion. Now I like my onion diced pretty small, so that's just how I cut up my onion. I don't like, like big chunky onions unless it's going in like like a stew or something like that. So I'm just gonna try to slice it fairly thin, so it could be smaller pieces. So this is how small I like my onions to be cut up. If you like yours bigger, make them bigger. So I'm just going to start off with a little bit of olive oil at the bottom. And if I would have had some minced garlic, I would have put some minced garlic down first and then put my onions in. But I didn't have any minced garlic. So if you have some, use it. Put that at the bottom first. But if you don't, just cut up your onions. Put your olive oil down and go ahead and saute the onions. So I'm sauteing the onions right here, and you just want to saute your onions until they have kind of like a brown coloring, or until they are kind of soft. You don't want no crunchy onions in your meat, in your meat sauce. You don't want no crunchy onions in there. So now when your onions get done, so this is turkey meat. So this is how I do it. Everybody do it differently. But since it's turkey meat, I went ahead and just put my onions and my turkey meat together. And I had already seasoned it, but I'm gonna show you guys what I seasoned it with. So for the seasoning, I added some Miss Dash garlic and herb seasoning. I also added, so I get this from Snooks, y'all. It is so good. You can put this on anything. It's called French fry seasoning, but it's so good. I put some of this Creole seasoning in the mixture, some basil, some black pepper, and that was it, y'all. So that French fry seasoning is really salty, so I didn't have to add any salt. You don't want to add any salt if you use that. So yeah, so this turkey meat, you just want to keep kind of separating the meat together. Separate the meat because it can kind of form like clumps. So when it's brown like this, now you're gonna start making your meat mixture. So I use Ragu Chunky Mama's Special Garden. I love it. And I use 2 cans. I also use 2 cans of diced tomato with the flavoring. I'm pretty sure it was garlic and herb flavoring, and I used 2 cans of those diced tomatoes and 2 cans of that Ragu Mama's Garden Special, something like that. Y'all saw it. But yeah, so now I'm just going to mix it all up. Now this is turkey meat. Like I said, if it would have been hamburger meat, I would have strained the meat, but it's turkey meat. It doesn't make that much juice, but the little juice that it did make, I did just pour some of it off. So yeah, so make sure you do that. Just pour some of the juice off from your meat, but I did keep a little bit of the juice in there for the flavoring. So yeah, so you just want to mix all of that together. Now I'm going to add in some tomato paste to kind of give it like a thicker texture. Now stir all that together. Now, this is my secret ingredient, y'all. I add a little bit of red wine to my mixture, okay, when I make lasagna, or even sometimes when I make spaghetti. It just set it over the top. It's so good. You don't want to add too much, just a little bit. The wine that I'm using right here is called Electrica. It's a red Moscato wine. It's a sweet wine, okay? So just add a little bit in there. It make it really good. So mix that all together. Now for my meat sauce, I'm going to add a little bit more garlic and herb. Basically the same seasons that I use to season the meat, I'm going to season the sauce. Now, just because you season that meat don't mean that you don't need to season that sauce. Season your sauce too. I'm adding the French fry seasoning in there. Okay. I'm adding some more basil. And I'm going to add some more black pepper. Okay, so now that everything is seasoning, oh, I forgot. I'm about to add a little bit of sugar to my mixture too. After I stir this up, you guys are going to see me add some sugar into there too. Everybody doesn't like sugar in their, meat sauce, spaghetti, lasagna, whatever, but I do. So I just put a little bit of sugar, y'all. Now, when you add your sugar in there, you just want to add a little bit, not too much, okay? You don't want it too sugary. You want to just taste a little bit of sweetness, and that's it. Okay, now your sauce is done. So these was my noodles. I forgot to show you guys them boiling, but this is when they were done. So I just went ahead and drained them. So I was making a small pan. I should have made a big pan, because when I say my family tore this up, they tore this up. They asked me for another pan. Okay, so what you're going to do first is spread it all out evenly. And don't be stingy, okay? Don't be stingy. I put a lot. I'm a sauce person, okay? I put sauce on everything. So I like a lot of sauce. So don't be stingy with the sauce, okay? And on top of that, I'm going to put some Italian cheese on the top, and also some Kobe Jack cheese. It's like a 6 cheese blend that I use, and my Kobe Jack cheese as well. So make sure you cover the entire first layer, okay? Cover all of that meat sauce up. So now I'm gonna lay my first layer of noodles. So this pan, it was so small. All I needed was 3 for each layer. Okay, so just layer noodles down. Now I'm gonna go in and add my ricotta cheese. Ricotta cheese with whole milk. That's the kind that I use. They have some with skim milk as well. So if you are like allergic to milk or whole milk hurts your stomach, you could also get the ricotta that has skim milk. Okay, so I'm just gonna spread this all over my noodles. Now, after I add in my ricotta, I'm gonna put my meat sauce on there for the next layer. Now you just repeat the process. Put your cheese on the top of that meat layer. Add your noodles to the pan. Now y'all, on this layer I had forgot to I had forgot to put my ricotta on top of the noodles. So what I did was, y'all gonna see me do it. I basically, because I gotta have my ricotta in there. So what I did was I literally just put the ricotta on top of the meat sauce. Honestly, the order doesn't matter as long as it's in there. Okay? And you could taste it. It's all gonna be mixed together anyways. So yeah, so this is where you start to see me mix in my ricotta because I was supposed to put it on top of the noodles. But it's okay as long as it's in there. So now I'm just gonna top this layer off with some cheese. And I wanted to make this a 3-layer lasagna, even though my pan kind of wasn't big enough. So what I did was I just cut my noodles. I cut my noodles to like fit the pan because it was kind of going over the top of the pan. So just cut your noodles according to the size of your pan. So now I'm adding my ricotta. I actually did this layer the right way. So I'm adding in my ricotta on the top of those noodles.
Walking all alone on this weary road. Heavy burdens on my shoulders with no one to bear the load. Thought I could do it by myself, guess I was wrong. Then I heard a small voice say, this time you don't need to be strong.
Go in with your meat sauce again. Okay, and now you're gonna add your cheese. So this is the top layer. So this layer of cheese, you really want to make sure it is fully covered. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what it should look like when you've got it all covered. So it should look like this. It should be fully covered. Put your oven on 350. And so I put a bigger pan on the outside of that pan, just in case if anything dripped, it dripped in that pan and not in my oven. Okay, but yeah, this is what it should look like. So when it got finished, y'all, so bomb. I didn't eat a lot of it at all because I'm on a diet, but I did taste it when it got finished, and it was really good, and my family loved it, y'all. So let me show you guys the finished product. Oh, it was so good. Y'all could see that ricotta and that cheese just dripping. So bomb. So if you like this recipe, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, and make this recipe at home. Make this recipe for your family. Okay, so I want to say thank you guys for watching, for tuning in. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video out. Share it with somebody who you know they can't cook. Okay. Share it with somebody. Okay, I love you guys. Bye bye.